One ring to rule them all. One ring to find them. One ring to bring them all. And in the darkness, bind them.
Welcome all Middle-earth fans to my 7th video. My name is Anders and I'm the host of Lore of the Rings. Lore of the Rings is a YouTube channel that discusses and analyzes different Lore of the Rings topics each and every week. Here are my social media channels where you can follow me for updates on my videos and other Lore of the Rings news. This week's video is going to be about different mystical and magical creatures in the Lore of the Rings universe. Ents, also known as Anodrim, were called tree hosts by the elves. Ents are a very old race that appeared around the same time in Middle-earth that the dwarves did. They were created by Yavanna, who thought that the dwarves were going to want to cut down lots of trees and build and mine, so they wanted to create some kind of being that could watch over the forest. Eventually the elves came to these forests and taught the Ents how to talk. Treebeard, one of the Ents, spoke of the elves, saying that the elves cured the Ents of their dumbness. In that last scene you just saw there, Treebeard, Merry, Pippin, and all the Ents attack Isengard to destroy one of the 2 towers and help out the friends that are being attacked near Rohan. The Great Eagles were beings of Arda. They were created by Manwë, who is leader of the Valar, which are the gods of Middle-earth. The Great Eagles were sent to Middle-earth to watch over the elves and to also watch over the Dark Lords in Morgoth and eventually Sauron. In these scenes right here, you see that the Eagles also got involved in saving Gandalf from Orthanc and Isengard, and also in aiding in Return of the King and helping fight at the Battle of the Black Gate, taking on the Nazgul who were riding on their dragons. Shelob was a great spider and the greatest offspring of Ungoliant, who was the first ever great spider in Middle-earth. Shelob's early history is unknown, but we assume that she is born in the arid Gorgoroth. By the Second Age, she feasted on her own children and eventually fled Beleriand and then found Mordor in the Shadow Mountains near Cirith Ungol and made a home there during the Third Age. Frodo and Sam encountered Shelob on their adventure to destroy the ring as Gollum led them into her cave to try and lead them to their deaths so that he could take the One Ring for himself. Skin changers were men with rare abilities that were able to change into any animal and assume their abilities and forms. Beorn was a Northman, a skin changer, and a Beorning chieftain. Beorn's kin once inhabited the North Anduin Valley between the Mirkwood and the Misty Mountains. They guarded the fort of Carrock from goblins and wargs.
Open the door! Quickly!
In this scene, Beorn, who takes the shape of a bear, attacks Bilbo and company because he doesn't know who's going to be staying at his house and doesn't realize it is Gandalf, Bilbo, and company. Well, I hope that opened your eyes to some cool and mysterious beings and creatures in Middle-earth. If you haven't already, give my video a like. You can also press the subscribe button down below and leave a comment and let me know what you think about these cool and interesting creatures. You can also follow my social media channels on Facebook at Lore of the Rings. You can also follow me on Twitter at RingsLore, and you can also follow me on Instagram at loreofthe.rings. Repeat, loreofthe.rings. Stay tuned, Middle-earth fans, for my next video that's going to be discussing Peter Jackson's movies versus Tolkien's books. You guys have a great week, and we'll see you next time on Lore of the Rings.